What's poppin', homies? It's your favorite homegirl, Gossip Girl, and welcome back to my channel. And you know what? Happy Mother's Day to all you guys out there. All of you that are moms and grandmoms, happy Mother's Day to you all. Now, let's get into these phone calls between Ernesto, Sonya, and that YouTuber. I love Shay for that, honey. I love her for that. But anyway, these calls was dropped yesterday on Phone Calls on Prison's channel. Now, this call happened on April 23rd, 2024. Sonya was talking to Ernesto about the transcripts. And so Sonya said Gurl scammed Ernesto out of $1,000 because the lawyers get the transcripts for free. So he scammed Ernesto out of $1,000 because he charged Ernesto $600 one time and $400 another time. So that's a total of $1,000. And she also called Gurl Lewis scamming Gurl Lewis. Sonya better be quiet before that man sue her for defamation of character. She better be quiet. Always talking about somebody. But anyway, let's continue. Sonya said she wished she would have spoke up sooner, but she spoke up too late because everybody believed the lies that were told about her. You didn't have to speak up at all, to be honest. You didn't have to speak up at all. Look at Miss Shirley, Mother Strawberry. Everybody was talking about her, but she didn't get online to say nothing. She didn't clarify anything. She didn't want to clear her name. She let people talk. And that's what you do. You let people talk. Okay? She didn't come out and say, oh, I want to clear my name because I heard it in the calls. She didn't do any of that. And she was on those calls that was posted on Shay's channel, which is PCFP. That's what I'm talking about, PCFP. And she didn't come out and say anything. So Sonya didn't have to say nothing, to be honest. She didn't have to go on Tasha K. She didn't have to make her own channel. Okay? She didn't have to go on V. Lenore. She didn't have to go on IS channel. She didn't have to go. Was another person she was on the channel was talking to. She didn't have to do any of that. She could just stay quiet and let people talk. But no, she wanted some of that attention. And baby, she got it. In every which way. Okay. Now, Sonya, she's prepping Ernesto for an IS interview. And she told IS no questions, okay? She didn't want nobody asking Ernesto any questions. And she wasn't answering any questions. So, Miss Sonya was running the shots, honey. She was the boss. The little tiny boss. Baby boss. She was running the show. And I feel like this whole interview with IS was very unnecessary because it's not going to prove anything. It's not going to help his case. It's not going to get him out of jail. So he just talking and talking for nothing. If he feels some type of way, he needed, instead of, just like he ordered that Bible, he could have ordered a diary and wrote down everything in that diary. Okay? Because interviewing with IS is doing nothing for his case. Now, she probably made some change off that video, of that interview. I know she made some change. So, do you think that whatever she made from that video, she put it on his books? Probably not. But anyway. Now, since Sonya was talking mad stuff about Gurl in these videos, can he sue her for defamation of character? Because she did call him a scammer. And then she tried to imply that he had something to do with that signature on the affidavit. But we'll get to that. So Dion tried to warn his father Ernesto about interviews with the bloggers. He told him to stay off the telephone. Stop talking so much before they baptize your ass. But did Ernesto listen? No. Ernesto just keeps talking. Ernesto does what he wants to do. So now, this is where we at. Dion told him, stay off the phone. Stop talking so much. Stop doing interviews, because he called in when Sonya was at Tasha K. And now he calling in to IS. But Nestor doesn't listen. A hard head make a soft behind. But Nestor didn't listen. He never does. Nestor does what he wants to do. And that's why he's in the situation he's in now. Sonya talks entirely too much. If Nestor say 3 words, she going to say 6 words. If Nestor says 10 words, she going to go ahead and say 20 words. She talks too much. And Sonya, she always knows somebody in a situation. Oh yeah, you know, because my friend that was in the situation, this is what happened. She know, every time something happened, she knows somebody that was in a situation. Sonya said that Gurl did nothing for Nestor's case. He didn't do anything with Nestor's case. Sonya also said that Gurl was in his feelings in January because she didn't want to talk to him anymore, and she feels like he purposely sabotaged Nestor's case. See how she's talking about Gurl? That's why I asked what I asked. If he could sue for defamation of character. Because she is just talking reckless about this man and his work. Now, Sonya says Shirley's signature on the affidavit is the same signature that's on the divorce paperwork. Okay. So I guess Sonya is trying to say that Gurl has something to do with the signature. Because why would she say that? And then she's going to say, yeah, whose signature is that? Gurl or something like that. So she's trying to say that Gurl has somebody sign that, because that signature on that paperwork isn't the same signature on the divorce paperwork. She better leave people alone. Sonya said that Gurl was being messy. Why? Because he was telling Shirley what was going on. That's not being messy. That's making sure Shirley know what the deal is, because she was the one paying out of her pocket. So he was like, okay, this is where the money is coming from. Why I can't talk to her if this is the way the money is coming from? So he wasn't being messy. He did what he was supposed to do. Anyway, child. So I just realized that Sonya has access to Nestor's email. She finally got the access to the emails. I hope she found what she was looking for, because she was so, you know, oh, can I get, if you get that phone and the password, and this is for the password. For what? So she has access to his email, and she had access to his social media, because, honey, that page is gone. It is no longer there. It's gone. So, you know, they started talking about Melody's situation. But here's my thing. And this is what I want to ask you guys. Why did Nestor have an ambulance? Like, he don't work in the medical field. Okay? So why does Nestor have an ambulance? To me, that's awkward. That is so awkward. Alright, so it's just a lot with him. So the interview is starting at 7 with IS. So Sonya is talking to Nestor about things, and basically here is the interview. Nestor said he's been silent for way too long. Nothing is adding up. He mentioned that his bond was at $800,000, and he said murderers get less than that. And you know what? That is true. Some murderers get less than that, but I guess it depends on what state you're in. And I'm not going to say Fulton County is not crooked, because it is. But you know what? To me, the whole system is crooked. But if you're not out here scamming and jamming, you know, hopping and bebopping all over the place, messing with girls, you wouldn't be in this predicament. You wouldn't be in this situation. Oh, Lord have mercy. He was also talking about his bond amount going up and down. And they started talking about this guy named Dr. Lee. He was a dentist. I gotta look that case up. He was a dentist, and he had over 150 images, and he was bonded out like 100K. That's a lot of images, and his bond was way less than Nesto's. But see, I think with Nesto, because they was building that RICO against him. And let me tell you something. I strongly feel like this. If Nesto would have bonded out, I feel like Nesto would have ran. I feel like he would have had no choice but to run, and he would have ran. I do. I don't know why I feel that way, but I do. If he would have got bonded out, he would have been on the run. Ankle monitor and all. He wouldn't have cared. He said the allegations destroy his life and that he's an innocent man. So Sonya had chimed in, and you could tell, because I remember seeing this interview on IS, channel when it was first recorded. Miss IS looked so irritated when Sonya had said something. She was like, Sonya, please. Sonya, please. And her face was just so irritated. I was like, ooh. How long this friendship gonna last? How long this business transaction gonna last, honey? Because Miss IS looked very irritated. But we all know Sonya can't be quiet to save her own life. So Nesto said he can't talk freely anymore, and he can't, take visits. Everything gets put on the internet. But you got to understand, you are in jail, sir. Your phone calls and video visitations are recorded, and it's public record. So anybody, if PCFP didn't drop them, somebody would have dropped them. You get what I'm saying? Because Fran from RTB, Real Talk Bougie, she had, suggested PCFP, which is Shay, to, look up Nesto's phone calls and play them. So, that's teamwork right there. So somebody would have put these calls out. It's public record. Now, I could see if it wasn't public record, then you have something to beef about. But these calls and these recordings and these visitations are public record. And they know this. They know this. So Sonya had to mute herself because of the noise in the background. She should have been did that, honey. I don't know what she was waiting for, but she should have been muted her background noise. Nesto hasn't seen his youngest daughter in 6 years. That's what he told IS. Nesto also said he's an innocent man and his life is destroyed, and that he doesn't have any money at all. Wow. Nesto did say that on the next interview between him and IS, he was going to talk about the victims. But I don't know what his new lawyers did, because Nesto never went back on that channel, not for no interview. Now, I'm not sure if they talked on the phone and she was asking questions and she put it in memberships. I don't know. But from what I see, she didn't do another call with Nesto. So maybe the new lawyers shut all that stuff down. Now, the victim father, right, paid Nesto 100K to get her life together, and I guess to get her into the scene, acting, music, whatever she wanted to do. And he has video evidence of the conversation. One thing Nesto is going to do is, if you have a conversation with him, he's going to record everything. I don't know what's with him in recording stuff, but he likes to record people, I guess, to hold it over their head later on, whatever it is. Nesto also said that everybody that was working for him used the computer. Now, correct me if I'm right. Didn't he say that Shirley bought him that computer? So I guess Shirley bought the computer from the pawn shop. They went to the pawn shop, I guess, and she paid for the computer. When you buy a laptop or computer from the pawn shop, right, It's wiped clean. But he did say other people was using his stuff. So whoever was using it, if he didn't put those images on there, then who did? Somebody at one of his co-workers or one of his employees put that on there? Somebody did. And those are the type of images you can't just find on the internet. That is some, what did she say it was? That's some dark web type stuff. So you have to like go digging deep for those type of images to be on your laptop. So somebody was, you know, playing footsteps in the dark on the dark web and getting information and putting it on his laptop. If he didn't do it, somebody did. But that's dark web stuff. Now, he said Detective Fields was a regular police officer at the time and she wasn't a detective. And I guess that's why he referenced her as she got to come up off his case, off his name. She got to come up. She's a detective because of him. I remember him saying that. Okay, so the next call. Oh, yeah, this is the next call. I almost got confused for a second. All right, so IS called back because she couldn't really hear him, so she had to call a different number on Sonya's phone. They called back. So Sonya told Nesto not to say the R word, okay? Now, he mentioned Erica King being his lawyer. He mentioned Erica King being his lawyer. He said that he doesn't know her, you know, as any other name except for Erica King. But she's a businesswoman. But he never did, like, he didn't know what her business was. But he know that Erica King was his lawyer. But then I remember, now correct me if I'm wrong, guys, wasn't Nesta on a Zoom call with April Holloway, a.k.a. Erica King? They was on a call together, on that Zoom call, for that eviction. See, he lied so much. Anyway, so y'all correct me, you know, let me know in the comment section if I got that part right, because I know I heard something like that. And he was in a Zoom call for the eviction and she was playing his lawyer. Yeah. So Nesto said he had a body warrant and that his identity was stolen in Buckhead at the Waffle House on Roswell Road. You know what? I don't know what all these women, I don't know what they saw in Nesto, to be honest. I'm not saying he's a bad looking man because he's not. Back then, Nesto wasn't a bad looking man and he could clean up kind of good. But when he starts to talk and he walked like he got on a pamper, it's just, how could you fall in love with something like that? You get what I'm saying? But anyway, he was pulling them left and right, honey. So he was doing something. He was doing something right. Nesto said he knows Erica King. He doesn't know the other names that she be using. He doesn't know her business like that. But we know he lying because he knows. Nesto said he never seen the landlord. Now, how did Sheridan and Shirley name get on the lease? And he said that Shirley never lived there. So how did they name get on the lease? We all know, okay, how it got there. But he said that she never lived there. Child. I mean, it's not going to just magically appear on there. Because Erica go by a few names. She goes by Candy and she goes by April Holloway. Nesto and Erica, they were business partners. Trust and believe. She was just more, she had more smarts. Okay? She had more business smarts. There were some things that Nesto, to this day, even if he was into scamming, he wouldn't be able to do because Erica is the mastermind behind all of it. Between those two, what I'm saying. So it got a little spicy on here because Sonya, honey, threatened to hang up the phone. Sonya got threatened to hang up the phone because she wanted to talk, and I was like, no, this is his time, let him speak. And she said, I want to say something, I'm gonna talk, I'm gonna hang up this phone. So, oh, it was messy, honey. She was being messy. Nestor said he doesn't have anything, he doesn't have any money, or whatever the case may be. And he also said that he isn't a fool and he's ahead of his time. So what do you guys think about that? But anyway, you guys, did you hear the phone call that was dropped yesterday? I'm waiting for part 2. So hopefully, I hope part 2 drops sometime this week. And when it does, I'll come back and do a little recap commentary on that. And also add a sprinkle of my little 2 cents, okay? But you guys, talk to me in the comment section, honey. I would love to know what you're thinking. And I'll talk to you guys later.